I do the impossible, impossible.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. We go from Denver. Fielded just outside the goal line. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
First down, Justin Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now a carry for the forward first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Broncos had 5 and 11 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, design run for their wideout. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Charger drive about to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Spiller, and he stopped immediately there. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And Charles, that's not 4 receptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 27, Herbert. And it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Herbert, he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Herbert over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Caught by Allen. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Spiller. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Broncos 0.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He completes this to Sutton. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Chargers 14. Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, and there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They're going to pass here with Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson sliding out of the... He's got a man. Complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. This colossal, what I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing, I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up, I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself, can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man, we do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe, so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hook, send it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing nasty. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band. Young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.